here's the thing I respect about Republicans, right? They just don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
and they're open with it. You know what I'm saying? They don't try to lie to us about who they like and who they don't.
Right.
Like Hillary Clinton is just.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's mind blowing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm excited for this.
How much like black people have been lied to in America so much they actually think the Clintons are for us.
Right.
It is
No.
insane to me. It's like, are you guys? Is anyone looking at this shit?
Now, I want to just give Ed some time. I know we're a little off topic, but I was hoping this would come up. We really don't know the topics before we start. That's
Right.
part of the beauty of this show.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what me and Ed have talked about the most, I think, drunk after the open
Oh my
mic.
God.
So now, Ed, why do you think that despite a lot of black leaders coming out for Bernie Sanders, like I said, Cornel West saying that he's the spiritual successor to Martin Luther King's vision and things like that, why are black people still voting for Hillary Clinton and not Bernie Sanders?
It's called modern day coonization.
Okay.
You know,
Is that a real term? Did you make that up?
I made that up right now, sir.
Still like it.
But that's good. That's good.
That's a hashtag.
It only took a quarter of a beer in to pull that one on my ass.
Also not Googling that one. No.
Dude, it's just like they look at Bernie Sanders and like, who is this guy? You know what? And to be honest with you, I made that mistake. Like when I wasn't allowed in the barber shop for like fucking a year during the primaries when Obama was running against Hillary. And that's 8 years ago, dude. So like I'm like 21, 22, you know? I didn't know better. 23 tops. What do I know as a 23-year-old? I just knew like my mom liked Clinton. But back in the day, it was either voting for Clinton or like voting for a Klansman. Like that was your choice.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was
Well,
for black people.
it's still that's how that is basically.
Yeah.
Based on this conversation.
I
it's
mean,
either
it
you're voting
almost
for
is.
a
But no, but
Democrat-
now you have an option. Now you have Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
You got a guy who's documented being down for the cause from day one. He's not flip-flopping. He's not washing. He's not calling our children super predators at any moment.
Right.
You know? And it's just, I sit there, I'm like, why? I don't get it. I don't get it. As much as I'm uninformed, all I do is go to a couple YouTube links, and I know who to vote for. That's it. Oh, in my best interest.
Also, I just don't understand why people can't, when they see these people speak, like Hillary and Trump and Ted Cruz. Like Bernie Sanders is the only one I see speak where I'm like, this guy genuinely believes what he's saying.
He believes. Like he's the only
not
one
just
that's
pandering to people.
because he doesn't give a fuck. I had a bit about that. Like he doesn't give a fuck. He shits on the banks openly before he got the job, which I don't recommend him doing that. You know what I'm saying? You can't do. Wait till you get in the office first, which leads me to believe this guy sucked at dating. You know? He goes on a date with a chick. Hey, my name's Jessica, and he's like, I want to see your tits. He's like, all right, dude, all right. You gotta woo America first. Buy some flowers, take it out for dates.
Right.
Yeah.
Then when Lisa's signed, tell her every Tuesday you like to get your taint tickled. You know, that's now you got some leeway. You're gonna break the lease, or you're gonna start fucking getting on that ball sack. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work with the government.
That's a good Bernie Sanders analogy right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm like, this guy does not give a. He really believes this shit. Like Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump to me are very similar because they both don't give a fuck on a reckless level. But I
Right.
think it's hurting Bernie more because Bernie's being logical and Trump is out of hatred.
Right.
And I don't give a fuck what you say. Nothing unites people in this country more than hatred. I learned that working retail. I would see like a hood chick from the West Side and an old white lady band together because they didn't get text messages for 10 minutes on their phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck this place. Yeah, I mean, see, they hung out. They went and got popcorn, watched the movie. They'll never hang out with each other.
Right.
You know that old white lady calls niggers all day, but because both got charged for data on their phone, it unites them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
No one goes to Yelp, runs to Yelp to leave a good review. You know what I'm saying? It's always like, fuck this restaurant. Someone give me a laptop or a smartphone. I need to shit on this place.
Yeah. Hate is a very
That's
powerful
why. That's why
emotion.
Trump is killing it, man. Because people.
But like that's
Love
the
to
thing.
hate.
I mean, and I know it's just an image, and it's not like he doesn't have the history to back it up. But when you see that Chicago Tribune picture of him Bernie Sanders getting arrested,
There's a
Right.
better one where they're protesting, and because he's white, he changed his foot to a black woman.
yeah, I saw that one too.
Beautiful. There's several images out
So
there.
it's like I just
50
don't know
years
how you
ago.
don't want that guy to be president, right?
Right.
I mean, who didn't cry when they saw Remember the Titans? He's a living Remember the Titans
Yes.
that could be the leader of your
Yes.
country. You
Oh
know
my
what I mean?
goodness.
That's why I don't get it. Like that's what I mean. Like we love that shit. Like I mean, maybe
know what?
not the far right, but like the middle right, and all the way left. Like, anytime a black person and a white person in a movie get together, especially if they overcome not liking each other for some
Great
reason,
shit
like,
happens.
yeah, everyone's like, you know what? This is, like, inspiring. This is great.
Yeah.
And then we have a chance to elect a Lifetime movie to office, and we're like, I don't know. Is he
Yeah.
really electable? And it's like, you're doing it. You
Yes.
know, like, you are electing him.
Now imagine your confusion, right?
Right.
Times by me being black and me seeing other black people like Hillary's no choice. Black males, women, I get it because they're like, I feel like most women or most women and Hillary supporters, they're like, okay, the black guy had a turn.
Right.
Now it's our turn by the social ladder of how shit goes.
Right.
I feel that's what they're doing. They're blind. But when I see black men like Hillary's the one, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like that shit that Clintons
I'm gonna
did
be
to black
honest.
people was horrific. One of the worst shits that's happened for
wait,
black
what?
people the
What's
last
that?
20
What
years.
was one of the worst shits?
The prison,
The Super Predators
the
comment?
super predator comment about them making hard crimes like marijuana and stupid ass drugs like that, ruining people's lives over dumb shit instead of like murder and shit like that. It was
Right.
brutal. It sets a precedent to how someone sees that, then they grow up to be a cop and they have no conscience killing a young black man because they see him as not a human being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that. As a very white-looking Hispanic, there is a part of me that's like, I mean, like, Rubio would be okay just
Yeah.
because he's one of me.
Yeah.
But I won't vote for him because he's not good. So I
But
would
he's
hope
al-
that
he-
women, but I guess
But he's
Hillary is
also
better
not-
than Rubio.
But he's also
respectively,
not one
but-
of you because of his belief structures and his
I know.
and that's the thing that people do need to differentiate. It's
I
like
agree.
it's like so like I'm a middle class white person. I still want the economic policies Sanders is bringing to the nation. I don't want Clinton because I think she's the status quo,
Right.
which is billionaires will remain.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
It's
with
like,
Ed,
she's
like,
in the
I'm just
system.
saying I agree with Ed in that, like, what he brought up about, like, there is, like, a pool initially.
yeah.
You should overcome that. Not saying that your pool initially can't be the candidate you also like. I'm not saying
Yeah.
they're mutually exclusive. But when you see someone that looks like you, and like I said, Barack Obama broke the floodgates open of now it really can be anybody.
Yeah.
Because we elected not only a black guy, but Hussein, middle name black guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Real
anything's
black. He didn't
yeah.
change his name to Gerald.
Right.
He went out there like,
Yeah.
no.
I mean, if it was like Colin Powell, you'd be like, well, maybe not anybody, but this is a good start.
Yeah,
but when
right.
he broke it open, I
Dude.
do think anyone that's a little different, gay, woman, any minority is like, now us. Like, it really is put an urgency in it for
now
sure.
us. It's
Yeah.
our turn. And can you imagine? This had to happen with Barack Obama, right? When he's getting in the office, it's like, hey, man, I really like that speech. One thing, can we work on your name? 'Cause
Yeah.
these
Can we
white
call you-
people are
yeah.
not going to like
It's
you.
Can
so-
we call you
yeah.
How many
Barry
times
from
are you going to say
now on?
no to that shit?
Yeah. Well, it's just funny because most presidential candidates are like, dude, remember when you killed that hooker on coke? Remember when you cheated in college? When
Yeah.
you skipped the draft? That's what they have to cover up. With him, they're like, all right, we need to cover up what your name is.
Your name.
Yeah.
If the other side finds out your middle name, this could sink the whole
Yeah.
campaign.
Yeah.
Barack Hussein Obama. There's
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah,
Your
because there
accent-
was
but-
pictures of him smoking weed, and they're like, "Yeah, people won't care about that, but your middle name,
Yeah.
we can't let that leak."
Yeah.
Yeah.